Morning, students. Yesterday we were discussing this problem and we left this problem incomplete, right? Let's finish this problem first. 10 individuals are chosen at random from a population and their heights in inches are found to be 63, 63, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 70, 71, 71. That's the hypothesis that the mean height of the universe is 66 inches. Mean height of the universe or population. That means mu is equal to 66. Mu is equal to 66. And 10 persons considered for this test. Therefore, n is equal to 10. Test the hypothesis that the mean height of the universe is 66. First, we shall calculate x bar. We calculated this yesterday. Summation x divided by n. Summation x is 63 plus 63 plus 66 plus 67, so on up to 71 divided by n is equal to 10. Got this answer? I think this is 67.8.
Yes, sir.
67.8. X bar is equal to 67.8. Now we have to calculate s square, which is given by 1 divided by n minus 1. When there is a group, 1 divided by n minus 1, n is 10, and 10 minus 1 is 9 into xi minus x bar whole square. Xi is 63. Minus x bar is 67.8 whole square plus again xi is 63 and x bar is 67.8 whole square plus now xi is 66 minus 67.8 whole square plus etc. And the last term will be 71 minus 67.8 whole square. Just calculate this. Take a calculator, compute this value s square.
9.0666.
9.066. Okay, this is s square. 9.066. Then what will be the value of s? Square root of this. Calculate this. 3.011.
011.
All right, that must be correct. S square is 9.066 and S is 3.011. Now we have all the values here. Substitute. X bar minus mu. X bar is 67.8 minus mu and mu is 66 divided by S. And this S is 3.011. The square root of n will come to the numerator. Square root of n is square root of 10. Calculate this.
One 1.890.
1.890. This is the static T, and clearly this static T is less than the table value, that is 2.262, right? 2.262. Therefore, the given data is consistent. Test the hypothesis. This is the hypothesis that the mean height of the universe is 66 inches. Therefore, this hypothesis is accepted. Is accepted. If it is greater than table value, we reject the null hypothesis and accept alternate hypothesis. But this is less than the table value, therefore we accept the null hypothesis that the mean height of the universe is 66 inches. This is an important problem. Hypothesis is accepted. That means mean height of the universe is 66 inches. So this statement is accepted. There is one more similar problem. You keep this problem for homework. This is also a question paper problem. 10 individuals are chosen at random from a population and their heights in inches are found to be 63, 63, 64, 65, 66, 69, 69, 70, 70, 71. Discuss the suggestion that the mean height of the population is 66 inches. Next one. Next problem. A certain stimulus administered to each of the 12 patients resulted in the following change in blood pressure: 5 units, 2, 8, minus 1, 3, 0, 6, minus 2, 1, 5, 0, 4. Can it be concluded that the stimulus will increase the blood pressure? A stimulus administered to each of the 12 patients. 12 patients are considered, therefore n is equal to 12. N is equal to 12. Administered to each of the 12 patients resulted in the following change in blood pressure: 5 to 8 minus 1, 3, 0, 6, minus 2, 1, 5, 0, 4. Can it be concluded that the stimulus will increase the blood pressure? If you take this statement as null hypothesis, we do not have the mean of this statement, mean of the change in blood pressure. Therefore, let's change it. Let us suppose that the stimulus administered is not accompanied with the increase in blood pressure. Therefore, mean change in the blood pressure of the universe is taken as 0. Mu is equal to 0. If you take this statement as it is, as null hypothesis, we do not have the mean change in the blood pressure. Therefore, I change it to, let us suppose that the stimulus administered is not accompanied with the increase in blood pressure. There is no increase in blood pressure means there is no change. No change means mean change is equal to 0. Mu is equal to 0. Now let's calculate mean of this sample. That means x bar. X bar is given by summation x divided by n. Summation x is sum of these values: 5 plus 2 plus 8 up to 4 divided by n. N is equal to 12. Calculate this. What is x bar?
2.5833.
2.5833. Okay. 2.5833. Now we calculate s square. S square is given by 1 divided by n minus 1. N is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. Summation xi minus x bar whole square. Xi is 5. 5 minus 2.5833 whole square plus 2 minus 2.5833 whole square and goes up to 4 minus 2.5833 whole square. Calculate this. What is the square?
9.5378.
9.5378. Okay, this is right. 9.5378. Then what will be the value of S? S square is 9.5378 and S is square root of this.
3.0883.
3.0883. Okay, that's right. Now we calculate the static, which is given by x bar minus mu divided by S divided by root 10. We can transform this root 10 to the numerator and substitute x bar. X bar is 2.5833 minus mu is equal to 0 divided by S 3.0883 into square root of 12.
2.8976.
2.8976. That's correct answer. 2.8976, and clearly this is greater than the table value, which is 2.201. 2.201. So what will be the conclusion? The hypothesis, null hypothesis, is rejected. The null hypothesis is rejected. Therefore, the hypothesis is rejected at 5% level of significance. Therefore, we conclude with 95% confidence that the stimulus is in general accompanied with the increase in blood pressure. So make a note of this. Is this clear why I took this statement as a null hypothesis? If we took this statement as null hypothesis, we can easily make mu is equal to 0. If we take this statement as null hypothesis, we do not have the value of mu. We do not have mean change in the blood pressure. Therefore, I took this statement as null hypothesis. So make a note of this. It's a very simple problem. A machine is expected to produce nails of length 3 inches. Nails of length 3 inches. That means population mean mu is equal to. A machine is expected to produce nails of length 3 inches. First statement. A random sample of 25 nails give an average length of 3.1. That means 25 nails considered. Sample size is 25. Therefore, n is equal to 25. And sample mean is also specified. This is equal to 3.1 inch with the standard deviation, that is S is also given a point. With standard deviation 0.3. Can it be said that the machine is producing nails as per the specification? This is the null hypothesis. Machine is producing nails as per the specification is the null hypothesis. Let's test this statement. Mu is equal to 3, n is equal to 25, x bar is equal to 3.1, and s is equal to 0.3. Let's calculate d. T is given by x bar minus mu divided by s divided by root n. We have all the values. Just substitute and tell me what's the answer.
One 1.666.
1.666, and clearly this is less than the table value, which is 2.064. 2.064 it is given. So what is the conclusion? 1.666 is less than the table value. Therefore, the hypothesis is accepted at 5% level of significance, and the machine is producing meals as per specifications. This hypothesis is accepted. Two groups are there. This is a little different problem. We use different expressions. I have given you this expression in the yesterday class only. Two types of batteries are tested for their length of life, and the following results were obtained. Battery A and the battery B. Two types of batteries are tested for their length of life, and the following results were obtained. This is battery A, and this is corresponding to battery B. Corresponding to battery B. In this group, there are 10 elements. N1 is equal to 10, and its mean is 500, and the sigma 1 square is equal to 100. Sigma 1 square is equal to 100. Similarly, for second group, there are 10 elements. Therefore, N2 is equal to 10, and its mean is equal to 440, and sigma 2 square is equal to 121. 121. So what is S1 here? S1 is equal to square root of 100, that is 10. And S2 is equal to square root of 121, that is 11. And in this case, S square is given by N1 into S1 square plus N2 into S2 square divided by N1 plus N2 minus 2. This is called degree of freedom. If only one group is there, then n minus 1 is the degree of freedom. If two groups are there, then n1 plus n2 minus 2 is called degree of freedom. S square is given by n1 into s1 square plus n2 into s2 square divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2. You have all the values substitute. n1 into s1 square. S1 square is 100, or 10 square is 100, plus n2 into s2 square. N2 is 10 into S2 square 121, or 11 square is 121. Whole divided by N1 plus N2 is 10 plus 10, 20, 20 minus 2 is 18. Calculate this. If the problem provides you mean of two groups, we use this expression to find a square. You must notice this change.
122.777.
22.77. Okay, that's correct answer. Then what will be the value of S? It must be 11 point something.
11.080.
0805. Okay. That is the value of yes. Now T is given by, in mean of two groups is specified. This T is given by x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by s into square root of 1 over n1 plus 1 over n2. We have both the mean values x1 and x2. x1 is 500 minus x2 is 440. Therefore, x1 minus x2 is 60. 500 minus 440, 60 divided by S 11.0805 into square root of 1 over n1, that is 1 by 10.1 plus 1 over n2, that is also 1 by 10.1. Just calculate this.
Twelve point one zero eight.
12.108. That's right. 12.108 and 12.108 is greater than all the table values of T for 18 degrees of freedom at all levels of significance. Usually those table values will go from 1 to 2.6, 2.7. And 12.1087 is greater than all the table values of T for 18 degrees of freedom at all levels of significance. Therefore, the hypothesis must be rejected. The null hypothesis that there is no significant difference in the two means is rejected. Compute students T and test whether there is a significant difference in the two means. This hypothesis is rejected at all levels of significance, because this is greater than table value at all levels of significance. Now mark your attendance. Mark your attendance. Similar kind of problem, this one. A group of boys and girls were given an intelligence test. The mean score and the standard deviation number of members in each group are as follows. These are the two groups, boys and girls. Mean value 74, that is x1 bar, and x2 bar is 70. And the standard deviation for boys is 8 and the girls is 10. Number of members in the first group is 12 and in the second group is 10. x1 bar 74, x2 bar 70. S1 is equal to 8 and S2 is equal to 10. N1 is equal to 12 and N2 is equal to 10. We just calculate S square now. Is the difference between the means of the two groups significant at 5% level of significance? Test this hypothesis. Null hypothesis will be the difference between the means of two groups is significant at 5% level of significance. This is to be taken as null hypothesis. Now S square is given by N1 into S1 square plus N2 into S2 square divided by N1 plus N2 minus 2. You have all the values. N1 is 12, S1 square is 8 square, that is 64, plus N2 is 10 into S2 square is 10 square, that is 100, divided by N1 plus N2. 12 plus 10, 22, 22 minus 2 is 20.
Eighty-eight point four.
88.4. That's right. S square is equal to 88.4. Now calculate S, that is square root of 88.4. There is 9 point something. 9 into 9, 81, therefore 9 point something. 9.402.
402.
Yes, that's right. 9.402. Now we shall calculate t, which is given by x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by s into square root of 1 over n1 plus 1 over n2. You have all the values, substitute and simplify.
Zero point 9938.
0.9938. That must be correct. 0.9938, and clearly this is less than the table value, which is 2.086. So what will be the conclusion? What will be the conclusion? The hypothesis is accepted. What was the hypothesis? There is a difference between the means of two groups. This is the hypothesis, and that hypothesis is to be accepted because this static t is less than the table value. Thus, the hypothesis that there is a difference between the means of the two groups is accepted at 5% level of significance. Now we are left with one more method. We can finish it in the next class. Next class is Thursday. Thursday we can finish up. ನಿಮಗೆ third internal portion ಹೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Third internal portion. For third internals, you prepare yourselves complete third module. Fourth module ಆಗಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. So third module ಅಂದ್ರೆ probability distribution, right? Complete probability distribution. ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? Binomial, Poisson, exponential and normal. Complete third module, and from fifth module joint probability and joint probability distribution. No sampling for third internals. Complete third module, and from fifth module you prepare yourselves joint probability and joint probability distribution. Clear? Okay, let's continue the next class. Thank you.